hand feature if you have questions for Coach Stotts. Coach's first question is coming from Christos Saltes with Sport DNA.
Hello, Coach.
Hello, Christos.
Obviously, the team played much better than the previous games, but what do you need to improve on the details to be back on the winning road?
Well, 3 of our last 4 losses now have been last shot, one way that could have gone one way or the other. So I was pleased with the way we competed for most of the game. We had a couple lulls offensively, I thought, in the second quarter, but we competed throughout the game, and we put ourselves in a position to win against a good team. It's very disappointing to lose this game, but I think, as I said, I think we're playing better basketball. When you look at our last 4 out of the last 5 games, Boston, San Antonio, Clippers tonight, I think we're playing good teams and playing them well. We just came up short 3 times.
AJ McCord, Coin.
How much of a difference did it make to have your roster fully healthy and rested for tonight?
Well, it was good. Obviously, DJ Derek Jones wasn't able to play tonight, so we were missing him. But it was good to have Dame back, and certainly it was good to have Nurk back. I thought Nurk did a good job battling Jokic for most of the night. Most of his minutes were matched up against Jokic, and he took that challenge. But it was certainly good to have Dame and Nurk back.
Dwight James, NBC Sports Northwest.
Harry, it seems like if you could do that kind of job on Jokic most nights, you would win the game. I would think that's one of the better jobs I think you guys have done on him. What was the idea going in? What was the way you wanted to do it, and how close did it come to what you asked for?
Well, we wanted to be physical with him, not let him get to his spot. I thought, like I said, Nurk was matched up with him most of the time, and kind of got him off his spot in the post. We contested his threes. He's such a versatile player. He only had 5 assists, so I thought the fact that other guys around were locked in on their men so that he couldn't hit any cutters. So, like I said, with a guy like him, you have to do it with a lot of different people. It's not just a one-on-one matchup because he is so versatile. When they put him in a pick and roll, I thought we did a good job of, for the most part, handling and pick and rolls and still getting back to him when he popped to the 3. So it was a few things.
Aaron Fentress, the Oregonian.
Coach Nurkic and Lillard played subpar games by their standards. Lillard began the game hot, 5 of 8. I think it was 4 for 15 the rest of the way, I believe, for 9 of 23. Was he fatigued at all? Or was he dealing with the hamstring at all? Or was he just 100% but just had a bad night?
Not that I'm aware of at this point. I don't think that he was fatigued. I think his hamstring is fine, but I don't know if he's speaking with the media after the game or not, but you can ask him.
And what did you think of their play collectively?
Like I said, I thought they competed. Obviously, they both missed some shots that you want them to make, but when I look at the defensive effort through the last second, third, fourth quarter, I thought that was something that we can build on. So I'm not too concerned about making shots, missing shots right now. I'm more concerned with competing and defending, and I thought we did that.
Jamie Hudson, NBC Sports Northwest.
Hey, Coach, what went into the decision for the bench and to not play Hollis Jefferson tonight?
Well, Nurk played, and that took some minutes. That's 28 minutes right there. So, Rondo was playing the frontline minutes, and those minutes were taken mostly by Nurk.
Casey Holdall, Trailblazers.com.
Terry, how do you feel like you guys did closing out quarters tonight? I think you were up 8 in the second quarter, ended up going down 3 in the half. I think you were up 10 in the third quarter, ended up being only 2 at the end of the quarter. So it seems like those finishes of the quarters were problematic tonight.
To be honest, I don't remember the third quarter, but I wasn't pleased when we had a 48-40 lead in the second quarter and ended up being down 3. I thought kind of took our foot off the gas. We stopped passing the ball. We had some turnovers, gave up a transition three. So I was not pleased with the way we finished the second quarter.
Thanks, Terry.
Coming back to AJ McCord.
Terry, you mentioned just the 14, 15 games left. I think it's at 14 now. And as you look at these games that are so close, you talk about building off of those. What are the things in particular that you feel like you want to see continue to build as we get towards the end of the regular season?
Well, probably two things. One is, and I thought the Boston game, San Antonio, and particularly Clippers, we played at a certain level throughout the game. And I think every coach looks for consistency in everything, really. But so if we can play at a consistent level of effort, intelligence, all those things, teamwork, if we can play at a certain level throughout the game, that's important. And like I said, I thought defensively we've been better, and I think that is shown. And if we can do those two things, I think it'll bode well for us.
Dwight James.
Jerry, it seemed like in the first quarter they came out to kind of attack your three-guard lineup. Porter seemed to, get a lot of shots early, and I'm wondering if, obviously they didn't have a lot of luck with it later in the game, but is that a way you expect teams to attack you when you're playing three smaller players, sometimes against, a small forward who might be a lot taller?
Well, I think it's part of personnel. I don't think Porter scored after the first quarter, but he is a shooter. He is a scorer. He looked to shoot. I don't know. I'd have to go back to see how he scored really, but that's fine with me as long as we're contesting their shots and rebounding the ball, no matter what they do. But I don't know if Porter had post-ups or was really taking advantage of his size. Or if he's just shooting, he's a jump shooter. So I imagine, to answer your question, I do imagine that teams will try and attack our three guards, but honestly, our three guards is the best thing we have going right now. Those three guys together has been pretty effective, net rating wise.
All right, thanks, Coach. We'll wrap there.
All right, thank you.